Tonight on Southwest Local News. A car at the Marai Street roundabout rolls after colliding with bollards. Warrnambool's Life Saving Club passed over in state budget. Warrnambool's May races off and away despite wintry weather. And in sport, Winslow trainer Kieran Maher wins Day 1 steeplechase.
Live from Silver Ball Studios in Warrnambool, this is Southwest Local News with Sharna Rogers.
Good evening and welcome to Southwest Local News. Emergency services responded to a vehicle accident that occurred at the roundabout of Marai and Banyan Streets this morning. A 90-year-old man collided with a bollard, causing his car to roll. SES and Fire Rescue Victoria worked on freeing the man. Acting Sergeant Ryan Hammersley reported there were minor injuries. Road closures were in place on Liebig and Marai Street and Banyan and Timor Street. No joy for the Warrnambool Surf Life Saving Club in the 2026-2027 Victorian State Budget. The club is looking to carry out a redevelopment of its club rooms. This redevelopment is estimated at $16 million, with the club launching a public appeal in March last year. It also continues to lobby all levels of government, but that call has fallen on deaf ears for this state budget. Funding has been handed out to Surf Coast clubs Point Lonsdale and Buncora. Not even the wintry weather can hold back the lure of the Warrnambool May Racing Carnival. The carnival began on Tuesday, backed up for day 2 today, and will have its third and final day tomorrow. Thousands have flocked to the course to see the iconic event, with what's happening off the track as important as the racing itself. It's been a keen week for fashion lovers, with Thursday reaching a crescendo with the fashions on the fields. Accommodation, places and hospitality venues across the Greater Warrnambool area are recording a bumper week of trade.
Been great, Sharna. We've had plenty here day 1 and 2, so we think crowds are up on both days, so great start and looking forward to tomorrow. It's a whole week experience, isn't it? So they get to come enjoy the races during the day and then the festivities in town at night. I mean, the track's held up pretty well though. Everyone's really happy, and heavy conditions, but the surface has been really well received. Grand Annual Day tomorrow looking really good, so the weather forecast is probably on our side a little bit now. It looked pretty dire earlier in the week, but it just keeps getting nicer and nicer, so big day for Grand Annual tomorrow. Looking forward to some more locals winning. I think the locals are heading the visitors at the moment in the Lady Bay.
V-Line ran 6 carts to Camperdown on Monday morning to start services, as there hasn't been any trains running on the line. But this wasn't because there are considerations to add more carriages to the line. The extra 3 sets will remain in Camperdown on siding lines to allow services to ramp up again while works continue at Warrnambool and to help demand over the May Racing Carnival. Normally the sets split at Warrnambool to make up the individual services, but the siding lines aren't available in Warrnambool yet. Warrnambool residents are facing a cost increase in their waste services. Warrnambool City Council has released its draft for the 2026-2027 budget. Among the items is a proposed increase in waste charges of $42.25. This would rise the annual amount for a taxpayer to $475.70. Waste collection has been an industry nationally that has experienced a rise in costs due to the global fuel instability. Public submissions on the proposed budget are being taken until May the 25th, with the final budget to be passed down in June. A Warrnambool roundabout built in just 2 days will soon be closed for 4 days for an upgrade. The crossings at the Croyd Street Liebig Street roundabout will be repainted from May the 11th to the 15th. The last upgrade was almost a decade ago. The works will take place during the day with traffic control on hand. The crossings will be done one at a time to ensure traffic continues. The crossings use a durable treatment suited to a high-traffic roundabout, which requires specialised equipment and takes longer to remove and replace than standard paint, but it provides a longer-lasting finish and better visibility. The roundabout in question was built in 2 days in 1978, with construction beginning when late-night shopping closed on the Friday night and being completed on the Sunday evening. Warrnambool will tonight host a candlelight vigil honouring women and children killed by family violence as part of the statewide Safe Steps Candlelight Vigil on National Domestic Violence Remembrance Day. Reported family violence incidents in the Warrnambool LGA rose 15% last financial year, reflecting a national average of one woman killed by a partner each week. A coalition of local organisations will deliver the event, offering community members space to grieve, remember and stand in solidarity with those affected. Landmarks include Lighthouse Theatre and the Fletcher Jones Silver Ball will illuminate in purple tonight, joining sites across Victoria in a visible commitment to ending family violence.
Behind every one of those deaths is a child, a family, a community that will never be the same. And that's why we gather, in Warrnambool as a local community, because we've seen increases across the southwest. There's been nearly an 8% increase across the state in family violence incidents. There's been a 15% increase across family violence incidents reported in the southwest. There's a 22% increase in family violence in the Moyne local community area. And then horrifyingly, there's a 15% increase in sexual violence incidents reported in Warrnambool as well. So really important that we're all together and that we're taking the stigma out of this and remembering not only those that have been lost, but the work that still needs to be done collectively as a group to actually end violence in our community moving forward.
Southwest youth who have to face court will find their cases pushed through the system at a more rapid pace. The state government has announced an investment of $117.5 million to deliver a fast-tracked youth court list in the county court. The investment is in the next step in the new bail laws and adult time for violent crime laws in Victoria. The government said the new laws are working, claiming bail refusals and revocations were at record highs. The funding will also cover the construction of a new youth holding cells at the county court. Vehicles and pedestrians are living in harmony thanks to a new crossing in East Warrnambool. The pedestrian crossing on Otway Road is now operational. The road has 7,000 vehicle movements a day, with the crossing identified as being needed in the East Warrnambool Local Area Traffic Management Plan. New works will start this month to widen the path under the Otway Road rail bridge. These works will continue until early June. Residents in Moyne Shire Council will join their Warrnambool counterparts for a public holiday tomorrow. The public holiday is for the main day May Race Carnival in Warrnambool. The decision to have the race day as a public holiday in Moyne was made by Moyne councillors at their December meeting. Councillors agreed to the date in place of the Melbourne Cup Day holiday. The date was chosen because of the Shire's proximity to Warrnambool and the overlap of community members attending secondary schools, childcare and employment. That's all in general news, and after the break we'll head to sport.
A moment that lingers a little longer. Warm water under open sky. Quiet conversations over something beautiful. Time that feels unhurried and entirely hers. This Mother's Day, give wellness. A Deep Blue gift voucher at thedeepblue.com.au.
We use the Ridley team, make a phone call, I get high quality advice. We tend to have 6 weekly visits from the team where we do a full farm walk and herd health check. They check in on production and the feeding rate. It's something I don't have to worry too much about because I'm always comfortable that they will have it under control. The feed that comes out of Ridley's fully confident every day of the year that it's high quality grain or pellets.
Hi, Ben Cunnington here. When it comes to looking after my property, there's one place I trust, Bell's Garden Centre. They stock ride-on mowers from Ferris, Ariens and Country Clipper, plus small power equipment from Victor, Super Swift, Echo, Shin-Daiwa and Greenworks. With over 60 years combined servicing experience, they'll keep your gear running right. And it's not just machinery. Bells have everything for your garden, from giftware and pots to bird baths and concrete features. They even deliver anywhere across the southwest. So if you want the best for your yard, head to Bell's Garden Centre. They've got you covered.
Lava Street Veterinary Clinic on Raglan Parade is a caring, family-run clinic offering exceptional care at affordable prices. We're the only clinic in Warrnambool dedicated to small animals. Paws, feathers, scales and fins. For over 40 years, our family tradition has been our commitment to your pet's wellbeing. With a purpose-built facility and the latest technology, we provide gold standard care. From community de-sexing days to special offers each month, experience the difference at Lava Street Veterinary Clinic.
Tonight's sport is proudly brought to you by Nutrient Ag Solutions, Warrnambool and Timboon. Getting the most out of your farm. Contact the team today.
Welcome back, and first making news in sport. Winslow trainer Kieran Maher won the Briley Steeplechase on day one, Tuesday, of the Warrnambool May Racing Carnival. The Maher-trained Stern Idol was first across the line with the winning odds of $2.15. It was the second time Stern Idol has won the 3,450 metre Briley, while Maher has now won it 6 times. Hit the Road Jack, trained by Simon Wild, was second, with Castro Frankara third.
The team have done a super job with him at Ballarat. They know him so well inside and out. Nicky, Ferg, Fee, James, just can't thank them enough. And look at the horse, he looks absolutely fantastic. He can walk into the mountain yard in the middle of the spring and not look out of place. So, Steve, super ride. He's cool. I was a bit nervous at the bottom of the hill, but Steve was obviously cool, calm and collected. And Jerry Ryan and all the owners, how good. They've all come down here. They were a bit nervous. How good. It's fantastic. They put a lot in, and he's just been such a good horse for so many years, and it's a credit to the team and the owners as well.
Mate, Stevie Pateman, you and him go back a hell of a long way. I know you talk nearly every day, you two. Pretty special to get another one with him in the saddle. There's none better, is there, than S. Pateman?
Yeah, well, we go back to the start for us, so it doesn't go back much further than that. So, it's fantastic. Steve's a great mate. Steve and Jess, and Steve actually is fitter than he's ever. It's fitter than he's been any other year. So I thought he'd just come good after 20 years, and it's an absolute. He put on a clinic. So well done.
The feature race of the day today, Wednesday, was ran in wet conditions. Rain and strong winds persisted throughout the race, the Wangoom Handicap, which was won by I'll Live Another Day. After a tight race, I'll Live Another Day cleared the field, coming down the straight to win easily. The race carried the name of the former racing identity, the late Colin McKenna. The Grand Annual Steeplechase and the Warrnambool Cup will be ran on Thursday. Warrnambool has opened its account in Senior Hampton League football for 2026. On Saturday, the Blues were too good for Camperdown, winning by 26 points. Halfback Taylor Wason made an instant impact in his first game for the Blues this season since returning from Queensland. Wason was named in the best players of the Blues and shapes as a potent weapon for the rest of the season. The win comes after the Blues lost their first 3 games of the season to league powerhouse North Warrnambool Eagles, Koroit and South Warrnambool. Port Fairy remains without a win after the opening 4 rounds of the Hampton League football season. The Seagulls travelled to play Terang Mortlake on Saturday and looked like causing an upset early, leading by 10 points at quarter time. But the Bloods took the real deal this season and pulled away in the last 3 quarters, winning by 55 points. The Seagulls host Hamilton Kangaroos this weekend, another tough assignment. The Kangaroos have 2 wins, making this an important fixture for their final hopes. That's all making news in sport today in Warrnambool. A cloudy day with 10 millimetres, and there is a chance of thunderstorms in the south later tonight, with winds picking up to 30 kilometres per hour. After the break, we'll go through the rest of the forecast. Back soon.
At ASAP Local Plumbing, we know that when it comes to your home or business, you need a team that gets the job done right the first time. From expert hot water system installations to full septic tank and drainage solutions, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. We're your go-to, trusted professionals for water quality and filtration. Get in touch today to book a quote or visit our website. ASAP Local Plumbing, your local plumbing experts.
Hi, it's Rob from the Vet Group. Heifers are the future of a dairy herd, and the Vet Group is here to help your heifers meet their potential. whether that's by monitoring worm egg counts or mineral levels, or designing a vaccination calendar to help prevent infectious disease. Our techs and vets can make things easier for you on farm by weighing heifers, assisting in synchrony programs, and teat sealing heifers to prevent mastitis at calving. The Vet Group, making herd care easy.
G'day, Jeff Cook here at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool. We're more than just tyres. Our team not only specialise in helping you with your tyre needs, but other mechanical needs as well. The Tyre Factory Warrnambool has all the leading brands of tyres, including Hankook, Maxxis and BFG. Plus we also offer a number of wheel packages and wheel alignments. Get in touch with us at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool for your mechanical needs. We are more than just tyres at the Tyre Factory Warrnambool, Raglan Parade.
B&B Furniture Plus now stock a range of adjustable beds. They have mobility aids to help you live your life to the fullest and lift chairs for the best in comfort. B&B Furniture Plus is locally owned at 203 Lava Street, Warrnambool.
Tonight's weather report is proudly brought to you by Anchor Point Retirement Village. New homes are being built now. Book a tour today.
Welcome back. In the southwest, over the next 3 days, a very high chance of showers and thunderstorms are about. 30-kilometre winds turning southwesterly, and on Friday, those winds are to ease off, tending southwesterly. And now to the forecast. Over in Port Fairy, tomorrow a top of 16 degrees with 4 millimetres to fall and southeasterly winds. The chance of a thunderstorm in the southeast, possible small hail in the morning. On Friday, a cloudy day with 30-kilometre winds, and on Saturday, a top of 17 with a medium chance of showers and southwesterly winds. Over in Mortlake, only 4 millimetres tomorrow. There are thunderstorms on the way with winds from the southwest. On Friday, showers are easing with a top of 15 degrees and 4 millimetres to fall for a cloudy day. Showers are to ease on Saturday, topping at 16 degrees and light showers throughout the day. In the Colac and Camperdown region, a top of 13 degrees tomorrow with small hail in the morning. On Friday, southwesterly winds will be approaching and picking up to 30 kilometres per hour with temperatures sitting around 16. Over in Port Campbell, 10 millimetres tomorrow and a top of 15 degrees. Friday, showers are easing and winds are calming and around 5 millimetres to fall. Home to Warrnambool, up to 5 millimetres to fall tomorrow with a top of 15 degrees and possible small hail in the morning. 16 degrees on Friday with 4 millimetres to fall and southwesterly winds picking up to 40 kilometres per hour. And only a shower or two for Saturday with a top of 16 degrees. That's it from your Southwest Local News team, and thank you for tuning in, whether that be online, on podcast or on 3-Way FM. If you missed any of the bulletin, you can watch it back on demand at southwestlocalnews.com.au. And don't forget to catch tonight's episode of The Yap. Until Friday night, with peace, good night.